For decades, they were called cold cases. Files gathering dust in police evidence rooms. Families waiting by phones that never rang. Killers walking free, grocery shopping, going to work, living normal lives, while their victims never got justice. Welcome to Forensic Files Reopened. Today, we are cracking open 5 of the most chilling unsolved murders and crimes in history. Cases that detectives gave up on. Cases that seemed impossible to solve. Until science caught up. Modern DNA technology changed everything. A single hair, a microscopic drop of blood, a tiny cell left on a cigarette butt 20 years ago. Today, that is enough to put a killer behind bars for life. These are 5 cold cases that were reopened and finally solved. The year is 1988, Golden, Colorado. 18-year-old Adolph Coors IV, heir to the massive Coors brewing empire, vanishes without a trace. No body, no witnesses, no clear suspect. His family is devastated. Police are baffled. The investigation goes cold within years. For over 30 decades, nobody knows what happened. Then in 2022, investigators pull the original case files. Buried inside the evidence boxes, a single cigarette butt collected from near the scene in 1988, 34 years old, dried out, nearly forgotten. But DNA does not forget. Modern forensic scientists extract a full DNA profile from that cigarette. They run it through CODIS, the National Criminal Database. Within hours, they have a match. A convicted felon, a man who had been living freely for decades, never once suspecting that a discarded cigarette would one day seal his fate. Science waited patiently. Justice finally arrived. January 1984, a small apartment in Goleta, California. A young woman named Donna Gentile is found strangled in her home. Her killer leaves no fingerprints, no clear motive. Witnesses remember seeing a man nearby, but the description is vague. The case goes cold almost immediately. For 20 years, Donna's family lives without answers. But Donna's killer made one mistake. A microscopic biological sample collected at the crime scene in 1984 is preserved in an evidence freezer. In 2004, investigators submitted to a newly developed DNA analysis process that did not exist when Donna was killed. The profile that comes back matches a man named Chester Turner. When detectives dig deeper, they discover something horrifying. Chester Turner had not stopped with Donna. Over the span of nearly a decade, he had killed at least 14 women across Los Angeles, all while police had no idea the same man was responsible. One DNA sample, 14 cases closed, one monster finally off the streets. April 1969, Manhattan, New York City. 21-year-old Janice Wiley and 23-year-old Emily Hoffert, 2 young career women sharing an apartment in the Upper East Side, are found brutally murdered. The crime shocks the city. Police arrest a man named George Whitmore Jr. within days. He confesses. There is only one problem. George Whitmore Jr. did not do it. His confession, later revealed to have been coerced, is thrown out. The real killer, a man named Richard Robles, is eventually convicted in 1965, but the case leaves deep wounds. An innocent man lost years of his life. The system had failed. Decades later, in 2003, DNA from the original crime scene is finally tested, not to find a new suspect, but to definitively clear George Whitmore's name forever. The results confirm what he had said all along. He was innocent. This case did not just solve a crime, it changed American law. The outrage over George Whitmore's false confession directly led to the creation of Miranda rights, the law that requires police to inform every suspect of their right to remain silent. One cold case, one injustice, one law that now protects every single American arrested to this day. August 1975, a rural highway in Wyoming. A young woman's body is discovered near the roadside. She carries no identification, no purse, no name tag. For 20 years, she is known only as Jane Doe, a name police use when they cannot identify a victim. Her case sits in a box, unsolved. Her family, somewhere out there, has no idea what happened to their daughter. In the mid-1990s, investigators send Jane Doe's dental records and physical description to a new national missing persons database. No match. Then in 2019, a forensic genealogy team uses a technique called genetic genealogy, the same technology that caught the Golden State Killer, to build a family tree from Jane Doe's DNA. They trace distant cousins, they cross-reference birth records, they narrow it down. Her name was Sharon Baldeagle, a young Lakota Sioux woman who had been reported missing by her family in 1975, a report that somehow never connected to the Jane Doe case. She had a name all along. Her family, now elderly, finally learned what happened to their daughter. They finally had a grave to visit, a name to say out loud. Sometimes solving a cold case is not about punishing a killer. Sometimes it's simply about giving a family their person back. And now, the case that changed forensic science forever. April 1984, Visalia, California. A 13-year-old girl named Jennifer Armour disappears walking home from school. Her body is found days later. The crime is horrific. Investigators collect evidence. They have a suspect description. But in 1984, DNA technology, as we know it today, does not exist. The case goes cold. For 38 years, Jennifer's family waits. In 2022, the Tulare County Sheriff's Office submits the original evidence to a forensic genealogy lab using the most advanced DNA sequencing technology available today. The sample, nearly 40 decades old, is degraded, damaged. Most labs would say it is unusable, but modern technology reconstructs the partial profile. Genealogists build a family tree from the DNA fragments. They work backward through generations, cousin by cousin, branch by branch. The trail leads to a man named Roy Charles Waller, a retired engineer, a grandfather, a man who had lived a completely normal life for 38 years, while Jennifer's family had none. He is arrested in 2018 after his DNA is confirmed through a discarded coffee cup collected by investigators without his knowledge. He pleads non-contest. He is sentenced to over 1,000 years in prison. Jennifer Armour finally got her justice. 38 years late, but it came. 5 cases, 5 families who waited years, decades, lifetimes for answers. And 5 times, science delivered what human memory could not. Here's what I want you to think about. Right now, there are over 200,000 unsolved murders in the United States alone. Cold cases, forgotten cases, cases where families are still waiting. But forensic technology gets more powerful every year. DNA databases grow larger every day. The window for getting away with a crime is closing, whether the crime happened last year or 50 years ago. So here's my question for you. Which of these 5 cases hit you the hardest? And do you think modern DNA technology will eventually solve every cold case? Or are some secrets buried too deep even for science? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to be here when we reopen the next file, subscribe, because the next case we're cracking open is one that will genuinely keep you up at night. The file is closing. For now.